Hispanic Heritage Award ceremony for 2019. When I first became mayor, I was very surprised that we had never done these. That we have all these other celebrations in the city celebrating Hispanic culture, Semana Hispana, Desfile Dominicano, La Noche Peruana. Like we have all these great things celebrando la cultura hispana, but we never celebrated the month of Hispanidad. And so what we try to do every month is bring forward people in our community that we should celebrate because they're part of our community. Gente que realmente son parte de nuestra comunidad, que han hecho o están haciendo trabajo bien importante en nuestra comunidad, para que no se vayan ellos sin saber que nosotros lo estamos celebrando y sepan que son grandes personas en nuestra comunidad. So they know that we will always celebrate people who've done exemplary things in our community. But I'm just going to jump right into it, and I'm going to start with Jadiel Taveras. You want to talk, Jadiel? Well, Jadiel Taveras, the first result. Claro. So our first recipient has served as the head of schools for Esperanza Academy, a tuition-free middle school in the Episcopal tradition, which welcomes girls of diverse faiths, races, and cultures within Lawrence, Massachusetts. This recipient has served in many roles throughout his career as the Dean of Multicultural Education for the Governor's Academy in Byfield. Eso es lejos. Eso no es mimito. That's a big deal to be the Dean of Multicultural Education at Governor's Academy. Associate Dean of Students at the Putney School in Putney, Vermont. Eso si yo ni sé dónde es eso, so you know it's going to be a big deal. Project Manager of the Foundation for Sustainable Development in Cochabamba, Bolivia. I was going to get it, Cochabamba, Bolivia. And has even served as the AmeriCorps Vista employee working towards alleviating poverty through Lawrence Community Works here in Lawrence, Mass. This recipient is a shining example of his mission, which is to empower and prepare the youth to meet challenges with courage, integrity, and respect. He's also what I like to say is a Lawrence kid, a son of immigrants, that what his parents wanted for him was what all of our parents want from us, for us to do better through education. And as a Lawrence kid, I always look for other Lawrence kids to reflect that in this community, and it's very important for us to do because not everybody gets a chance. I'm sure like him, I have friends who didn't get a chance to do what we got to do, to go to college, to come back and give back. So it's not just that he did all these things, pero lo hizo siendo un hijo de Lawrence, un hijo de inmigrante. Y eso para nosotros es una cosa bien importante porque son tantos los muchachos que se pierden en el camino del desarrollo de esta comunidad, tantos muchachos que se pierden. Para él regresar, hacer el trabajo que él hace, para la muchacha que él lo hace, es una cosa que yo creo que esta comunidad sin ese tipo de esfuerzo se atrasa en una manera, yo creo que no podemos regresar de ese atraso si eso pasa. So, para mí es un honor darle este award, Hispanic Heritage Month, to the Jadiel Taveras in honor of your valued dedication and contribution to the Greater Lawrence community. You exemplify the highest standard of professionalism and service, and congratulate you on receiving the Hispanic Heritage Award of 2019. Thank you for making Lawrence better.
Sure. Thank you, Mayor. I wasn't planning on saying a few words, but I think Danny hit the nail on the head. I think that, to me, Lawrence has always been a place that's full of brilliant minds, whether there are folks who immigrated to this community or born in this community, a first-generation American. And part of the work that we're trying to do at Esperanza is expose that brilliance that exists. Oftentimes, the narrative about Lawrence and what it means to be here is not a favorable one. And yet, if you're from this community, you know that there's brilliance and there's wonderful people that are doing incredible work here in this community and around the world. I have the honor to come back to Lawrence and do this work and have leadership that reflects me and affirms me, and so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that you made space to affirm Latinos that are doing this work and Latinas that are doing this work. And to me, my dreams have come true to be able to come back to our community and do this work, because I know that our girls at Esperanza and our kids in Lawrence are capable of changing the world, and we won't stop until we let the world know they start understanding that that's what's possible from Lawrence. So thank you so much for this moment. I really appreciate it.
Our next recipient, he's a friend of mine, a guy who I like to think of as a brother. I'm going to read what they put first so I don't get too much off script. Our final recipient, our second recipient has dedicated his career to servicing the Merrimack Valley. This recipient began his legal career in 1995 as an assistant district attorney in Essex County and was later assigned to the Lawrence District Court, where he served as head of the Juvenile Justice Unit in Lawrence. This recipient is a founding partner of Broadhurst to Be LLP, a general practice law firm located in Methuen, where this recipient has been known to offer pro bono work for poor and underrepresented communities and individuals. Vamos a hablar bien, para la gente hispana. Did a lot of pro bono work for la gente hispana en esta comunidad. This recipient has been specialized in civil litigation, real estate conveying work, small business representation, immigration, criminal defense work. Toda la cosa importante para la gente pobre, en comerciante nuevo, en desarrollar esta comunidad, el trabajo que ha hecho el juez David fue en el esfuerzo de la comunidad. This recipient prides himself in being fair and objective and graduated from Carleton College with a Bachelor of Arts degree in political science, later earning his master's degree from Boston College Law School. We got his JD. He has been nominated by Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker to serve as the Associate Justice of Massachusetts Superior Court. The thing about Judge Salim Artabi that you might not know is that he and I, when we first met, he was helping my, he was the attorney helping the guy I was trying to beat. And I have two pictures that I love about Sal. The first one is a picture of him at nighttime with his client at the time, trying to talk to the press. And he's trying to do the best he can to protect his client. I think that's the image of a good attorney. It's unfortunate it didn't work out for Sal. It's fortunate for me. It worked out okay. My second favorite picture of Sal is a picture that I'm in, and it's not because I'm in it, but because I was there when he got the votes from the council through the governor's nomination to become a judge, and the Tribune ran a photo of me standing in the background. But those are the two favorite photos. So he did help my opponent, but he also helped me fight off two recall efforts. And so he was a real an attorney who knew a lot about election laws. And when you do that, there's not that many people out there that do that. And so he really did save a lot of time in my time as being mayor. I know he helped the former mayor a lot too. So when you're new at this job, it's important to have good counsel. And Judge to Be, then attorney to be, was counsel for a lot of people. Nos dio realmente el tipo de consejo que nos dio a mí, a William, a los negociantes, a los inmigrantes, fue del corazón. Because I think he saw his parents in us, his family, his community in us. And he knew that his effort wasn't just to bill the hour. A lot of attorney wants to bill the hour. Sorry if you're an attorney. They want to bill the hour. They want to make sure that they get paid for the hour they're doing. But his was, how do we make the community better? Y por eso que yo creo que el gobernador vio eso y le dio el placer de ser un juez en nuestra gran estado. I should have called you up. Salim Tabib, people. Judge Salim Tabib. But, you know, he's an honorary Lawrence kid. And that he's Cuban is not a, you know, he's Cuban, he's different than the rest of us, Dominican or Puerto Rican. But they were here before us all anyhow. It was, we eat the same food.
Speak the same language, listen to the same music.
Pernil is always good, especially over with barbecue. But the other thing about him is his family has been a part of the community. And his wife is a doctor in our community, treating people in our community. And I think that serving the city of Lawrence, dándole el servicio realmente a la comunidad latina, has been something the judge has done forever. Again, I think of him as a brother. He's also not a Democrat. So we have that, and so it's always nice that it doesn't matter anymore. I take it back. I'm not supposed to know what he is because he's a judge. He wasn't then. But what I know, if you've ever served if you ever served for jury duty, si te han llamado para ser parte del jurado, you can imagine being un muchacho hispano que va y tu vida o tu propiedad o realmente tu desarrollo está en la mano del juez. Y aquí en Massachusetts, las veces eso pasa y la persona que está ahí, el juez, no es de tu comunidad. Va a pasar más tiempo que no va a pasar. Pero hoy en día, muchachos de Lawrence, muchachos de comunidades latinas, cuando se encuentren delante del juez David, aunque no lo pueden, maybe no lo sepan porque el apellido es diferente, va a estar delante de un juez hispano. Un juez que entiende el desarrollo de inmigrantes, un juez que entiende los trabajos que pasa en la comunidad hispana y los inmigrantes. Y para mí eso es bien importante, porque tantas cosas pasan en esos edificios de justicia, que en el fin no son justos. Pero con jueces como Salim Tabi, yo creo que sí se hace más justo. So, to Judge Salim R. Tabi, in honor of your valued dedication and contribution to the Greater Lawrence community, you exemplify the highest standard of professionalism and service. Congratulations on receiving the Hispanic Heritage Award for 2019. Thank you for making Lawrence better.
I want to thank Mayor Rivera for this honor. It is humbling, and to be quite honest, I'm a bit embarrassed. The truth is that Lawrence has given me much more than I ever gave it. It has been the honor of my life not to serve on the Superior Court, but to serve the underprivileged clients that I spent over 20 years representing, many of whom couldn't speak the English language, had no idea or concept of what our judicial system entailed, and yet oftentimes on blind faith put their lives quite literally in my hands. I wasn't born or raised in Lawrence, though I was baptized here.
There you go.
But I've spent most of my professional career working in this community. And in many ways, my family and me consider it home. So I thank you for this honor, Mayor Rivera. I don't, quite frankly, think it is deserved. Again, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't have the life that I have. I wouldn't have the joys in my profession that I've had and continue to have if it were for the great people of this community. Thank you.
So last but not least, I will stick around and do some calls. Last but not least, we have done a lot of hiring in the Lawrence Police Department since I become mayor. I want to say we're like over 43, maybe 44 police officers net, new police officers. We've probably hired a lot more, but net is people that we've added at the end of the day. We have in the budget up to 160 sworn police officers, and we are six in the academy, 10 in the academy, and we're sending 10 more. So we have 10 in the academy, and we're sending 10 more. So nosotros hemos agregado muchísima gente al cuartel de policía. Yo creo que en total son como 44, 45 personas. Tenemos 10 en la academia, vamos a mandar 10 más en un tiempo corto, pero el presupuesto tiene para 160 personas. Y les digo eso porque se han añadido tantas personas. Y eso se pasó no solamente porque fue un esfuerzo de nuestra administración. It didn't happen just because we wanted to do it as part of the administration, but it has been because the community asked for it, and we got support from the city councilors. And I know Giovanni Rodriguez, the city councilor from District D, is with us today. Giovanni, thank you for coming. But because we've added so many people and so many kids are from Lawrence that go and take the test, we've added a lot of Latinos. And no one could remember, I don't know, I mean, maybe the chief, he's young, but he probably remembers, I don't know who the first Latino male police officer was. I think it was Lieutenant Soriano, right? He left. Walter Mexicano? Ecuadoriano? Peruvian, something like that. And he's retired. But, you know, in the last time, we went from having something like 13% people of color on the police force. And next year, if everything goes the way we're working on it, we're going to be a majority minority police force. Right now, we're like 49% of the police force Latino. We went from 3 women, we went from 5 women to 15 women. I think that's the strategy. 5 women to 15 women. And so, luckily for us, the woman who's the first woman to be a patrol officer in Lawrence is still with us. She's not here with us now. But we thought we would celebrate la primera hispana que fue policía en la ciudad de Lawrence. Igual es la cosa de ella. Ella no puede estar con nosotros hoy, está viajando con su familia. She couldn't be with us today because she was traveling. But Chief, can you come up and Lieutenant, if you want to come up together. Chief, the first Portuguese American to be chief.
Sure.
You gotta run the whole thing. And Mauricio is, I think you're the first Dominican lieutenant.
Correct.
The first Dominican lieutenant. So we have to beat you out, sorry.
Yeah.
Beat you out. So our next recipient is served the Lawrence Police Department for over 18 years. And if you see her, she looks like a kid. She looks really young if you've ever seen Arizquelda. She joined the Lawrence Police Department as the first Latina female officer of the city of Lawrence in 2001 at the age of 26. She graduated from the Lowell Police Academy and acquired an associate's degree in criminal justice from Middlesex Community College. While she is currently pursuing a bachelor's degree in criminal justice with a concentration in crime and mental health at the University of Massachusetts Lowell. But prior to being a police officer, this recipient served as a mortgage processor and retail banking supervisor at Andover Bank, now currently TD Bank, using her talents in homeland security, criminal justice background, and emergency management skills to help serve the residents of the city of Lawrence. She has been assigned to the Community Police Division for the Tower Hill area and the drone unit. We got a drone in the city of Lawrence, so you got to be careful. They see you everywhere. It's a new drone, elected by Chief Vass as the department's first Part 107 certified drone operator this year. She has inspired many women and men alike to follow in her footsteps through her leadership and service to the community. As a liaison for change, this officer shines bright in her position of Special Operations Division Officer for the Lawrence Police Department. It is an honor for us to honor Officer Arizquelda Southworth for her exemplary leadership. Congratulations on receiving the award this year. She could not be here today. We asked the Chief to accept this on her behalf, and we'll just give the information. So Officer Arizquelda Southworth, in honor of your valued dedication and contributions to the Greater Lawrence community, you exemplify the highest standard of professionalism and service. Congratulations on receiving the Hispanic Heritage Award of 2019. Thank you for making Lawrence better. This is not Arizquelda.
Not as good looking either, unfortunately. Thank you very much. It's our pleasure to accept this award on behalf of Araskelda. She is everything, in our opinion, what we want a Lawrence police officer to be. The fact that she's a female is even, you know, doubly rewarding for us because of her contribution and her ability to hopefully inspire future female police officers in Lawrence Police Department. As the mayor has said, we have put on quite a bit of police officers in the past 5, 6, or actually 7 years now. In his term, we're certainly thankful for that, for him, for that work, and for the city council's backing for that. But getting back to Araskelda, again, not only is she a role model for female police officers, but also for the male police officers. If you follow us on social media, and shame on you if you don't, shameless plug, you should follow us on Facebook and Twitter. I say that because you'll see her face all over the community. She is probably one of our more active community policing officers, and the role of a community policing officer couldn't be more suited for someone like her, and I think the definition would really have her picture there. She is awe-inspiring, talking to children out at every community event. As the mayor said, we picked her to run the drone program. She became the first pilot in the history of the Lawrence Police Department, and for her to be a Latina is even you know, a greater example again for all the females out there, and hopefully an inspiration to others in the future. So again, couldn't be a more finer example of what we want in a Lawrence police officer, and we're proud again to accept this award on her behalf. Thank you.